Alright, what is up guys, One Time Gaming here, back for another video. Today I have an interesting topic to talk about with you guys. It's actually about one of my friends at a different school getting caught with selling candy. So today he told me a story, and I wrote it on my card right here, basically what the highlights of what happened was. And I'm going to go through the situation and explain the do's and don'ts of what you should do, and ways to possibly avoid the situation if this was to happen to you. And basically just ways to avoid anything, because this is like actually happened, right? So it's a good thing that I can use to teach you guys another way of not getting caught. So, you know, just a quick update before that. I took all my coins. I had like $150 of coins, and like you can see on my corner of my screen right here on the bottom left corner, I have a bunch of these rolled up. There's 15 of them, and there's $10 each. So it's 150 right here. And if you go into the bank and you just ask them for like rolls for coins, they'll just give you a whole stack of this. Like, it's enough for you probably, unless you have like $1 million of coins. But anyways, I'm going to ask for that. So my friend here, his name is Brandon. Instagram name is Hoss, so _HOSS. Go give him a follow if you guys are interested in finding out more. So basically what happened was that he told me he got called out in class, alright? So one day he's just in class, sitting there, you know, he got his pencil in his hand, he's pretty chilling, you know, do some homework. And then like one day his dean was the dean that called him. Dean walks into the class and calls him out for apparently, and the dean asked him, "Are you selling candy?" And what he told me is he suspected that he might have been snitched on by someone in his class. Maybe it's because someone threw a piece of candy at the teacher, something that gave it a hint that candy was there. So obviously the dean came in there having some kind of bit of idea of what was going on, but not too sure until he busted him. So basically he called him out in class. That's what that happened. And he asked him, and here's the second part that happened. So he was not lying. My friend Brandon, he decided not to lie. He decided to go full truth on it. He decided to be like, yeah, I am selling, but I didn't know you can sell. And like, shit, I didn't know. So then, you know, playing it like that, kind of playing dumb that you didn't know, but still admitting to you selling, is not a bad idea. It's something that I would do if the situation was really on it. It was like really my last resort. If I had no other choice and it's like my last time before getting like suspended or expelled, that's what I gotta do. But if not, I would have lied to him. I would have been like, I'm not selling these. I'm giving these away. Because right now, at this moment, I don't know what information he would have on me if I was in his place, right? So I'd be like, no, I'm not selling these. And if he'd be like, checking your wallet. Now, one thing that he did not do is told me that he did not check his wallet. Now, what doesn't really make sense to me is like your wallet, right? It's like, you can have money in there, but it doesn't mean that you got it from selling. You can get it from a lot of other places, like just by saving up money, or your parents give it to you. You know, it makes sense to have money in your wallet, so that's not a reasonable excuse for them to check your bags or to suspend you for something that doesn't have enough evidence to lead up to it. Now, he told me that his dean would also be really serious and strict, so he didn't want to be suspended. That's why he was telling the truth and all that. And possibly what would happen is that there would be a snitch he told me about. He said, okay, in the case of a snitch, you guys want to do is you guys really just want to avoid selling for a very long time. I would say at least 1.5 months minimum. That's a long time in terms of school year, because if you leave time like that, then first of all, the person who snitched on you wouldn't think that you stopped selling. Everyone around you would think that you stopped selling, but secretly what you're doing is that you're telling only the people that you trust for sure buy from you still, because a snitch wouldn't buy from you, alright? A snitch would want to see you fall, want to see you end your whole candy empire, alright? You'll tell your closest friends, your closest customers to buy from you in that same spot, some different secret area that's discreet, and keep that going. And then in a month and a half later, don't announce that you're back, but just make sure you go ask around more people, but make sure those people now that are people you trust. Like for example with mine, earlier in the school year, I thought it was a freshman that snitched on me, so I completely avoided most of the freshmen, except for the ones that actually bought from me like every day. Alright, so some of what's happened to, like, you know, he's a Brandon, he's a very good guy, he's made a lot of money off it, you know, he's got big bags, big racks, and, you know, it was going out about a good day, and in my situation, I'll tell you everything that you should do and don't. So a do is that you would never want to act like you're up to something. Don't act suspicious. Alright, teacher comes in my class, he's going to be like, yo, you selling anything today? And I'll be like, what do you mean? Because, like, you know, a normal person, if asked me I was selling anything today, he'd be like, what do you want? I'd be like, what do you want? You know, because, like, if he said today, it's probably to trick me into making me say that I actually have stuff. So I'd be like, I'm not selling anything. And don't say today, because then he could... With that, he could like infer that you are selling, just not today. So it'd be like, I'm not selling anything. And he's to be like, can I check your bag? If he does check your bag and you have like a lot of stuff in there, then you're probably really screwed. I'm just gonna tell you this right here. But one thing that you want to make sure is to prevent this before it even happens, because one thing before you can get caught is prevention. That's the step you must take. All right. If you can prevent the situation from happening, then it never has to happen, right? So just don't pack your stuff all the way full if you know that that day seems kind of risky, and sometimes you don't even know when it's going to happen. So my advice for you is just have an excuse to play it off. One thing I could say, like, this is for after school, this is for my friend, this is for a party after school, for some kind of potluck, or someone's birthday, I'm giving them a lot of stuff because that's what they wanted or whatever. Have a getaway, have a scapegoat that you can always rely on to play off why you may have the inventory in your backpack. Now, the second part about it is that since he didn't check my wallet, I would have never told him that I was selling, right? And that would lead up. If he were to ask me and check my bag and I played it off, then the next step I would assume is him being, like, telling me a warning that I can't sell anymore, or I'm not allowed to sell, since depending on he knows for sure if I'm selling or not, if I'm in a position. And if he's not for sure, then you just keep doing what you're doing. But if he already knows and you've already told the truth, which is the don'ts that I would not do, then you have to take the plan I said earlier and take a break. So that's one of the situations you guys could be in. It's something that can help you guys not get caught. This is like an actual real life example. So shout out Haas on my Instagram. Go follow him, guys. I'll see you guys next time.